The mention of a possible reversal of Roe v. Wade has stirred up a firestorm of reaction that shows just how passionate people are on both sides of this issue. And one thing is for sure, if the Supreme Court strikes down the 1973 landmark decision, it will have an impact on the midterm elections. Political reporter Rick Albin in studio tonight to talk a little bit about that. Rick?
Boy, we're already seeing it in my emails today. The political impact of reversing Roe versus Wade could be an enormous influence in this pivotal election year. Given the close margin held by Democrats in both the U.S. House and the U.S. Senate and historical outcomes in elections after the first 2 years of a new presidency that favor the party not in power, in this case that would be Republicans, a threat to abortion rights will undoubtedly energize the Democratic base. With a staggering stock market, high gas prices, inflation impacting almost everything, President Biden's approval ratings have been hovering around 40%. And that's not a good place for Democrats who are running this fall. But the prospect of a ruling that would eliminate Roe v. Wade will almost certainly create more energy into campaigns that otherwise may have struggled to generate enthusiasm. Likewise, for some Republicans who have long listed a repeal of Roe as one of their core principles, even the discussions of invalidating the decision will be a rallying cry. The ramifications of such a decision, if it in fact happens, would be far greater than just political, to be sure. But the politics of the issue that have been a part of campaign rhetoric for decades is likely to be amplified in this election cycle, particularly if the High Court follows through with a vote in favor of that leaked draft. Sue?